Hello everybody, and today we're going to continue working on our Habitat for Humanity house. What we're going to end up doing next is, after you've pretty much solidified the position of your walls, and it's arbitrary, they can change at pretty much any point, but now we're going to work on the foundation of this house. So if we take a look at it in 3D view, right, there it is. We have no floors or nothing like that, so we'll work on the foundation and floors. And that's pretty straightforward, so let's get working on that now. So I'm going to go back to my ground floor view, and we are going to look into the floor section. So right now we have a generic 12-inch floor. They have wood joist, ceramic tile, and they have a wood joist 10-inch wood finish. So let's take a look at that. Let's go to Edit Type, Edit, and see we got 2x10s. For the floor, 3/4 inch sheathing, and this has got oak flooring on the top. What we're going to do is we're going to ditch the oak flooring for right now. So I'm going to click on it, hit delete. Not worried about that. And we could stick actually with this 10-inch flooring right here. It's probably a little overkill. We could probably get away with 8 inches. So let's do that. Let's change this to, we'll leave it to 9 1/4. That's fine. A little overkill, but that's good. It's good. It'll work well for this house. We're gonna hit OK. So that's the way it looks. That's that. Let's just go look in the plywood sheathing real quick. Let's just make sure. Yep, use render appearance. Okay, cool. All right, so that's that. Hit OK. And OK again. So now it's our floor. And what I'm gonna do, start selecting the walls. And here it shows that my joists are going to be running this way. This is the exterior of my wall. And let's check it. Let's see what happens. That 3D view. And if we look, there's the floor. So now here, actually, I'm going to go and edit that type because it looks like that our wood joists are not using the render appearance. Now hit apply. Okay. Now let's take a look. Well, all right, let's go back into that. Sorry. Edit type. Edit the wood joist. Yes, so they don't have any material picked, so let's go to wood. Softwood lumber. Use render appearance. Hit OK. There we go. That's better. And OK again. And OK. It helps us a little bit later on just to differentiate between layers. And if we look, let's take at this, right? We can see that we have a slight overhang, which is what we want. All right, let's take a look at the 3D view again. And so that's our flooring. You can zoom in and take a look, and you can see it there as well. All right, so that's our floor. Now, if you remember, we went to our elevation view. We had set up for a 4-foot crawl space, so now we're going to work on the foundation wall. And that takes a little bit more work. So let's take a look at that. All right, so there's our crawl space, 4 feet down. So now we're going to make our foundation walls from there. So let's go back to our, we can go to actually the crawl space floor plan here. So now this is the exterior wall of our house. I'm going to go take a look at the wall section, architectural, and what we want to do is work on this stacked wall. So click that, edit type. We're going to duplicate, call this foundation wall. And hit OK. Now you see here it's structure. And if we go look, and we have 2 different pieces. We have a variable height one, and then we have the exterior metal stud. So we're going to click on that, and let's see if we have nothing else. So now we're going to have to go in and make 2 other walls. So let's go do that. Okay, and we'll just hit OK for that. Go back to my wall type. First thing we're going to do, we'll go to the generic 8-inch, edit type. We're going to duplicate that, call it foundation wall concrete, just so it's a different name. Edit, structure. It's 8 inches. That's what we want for the thickness. Category, concrete. Let's see if it comes up. So we want precast, concrete, lightweight, or cast in place gray. That works. Use render appearance. So what this is going to do is they're going to make forms and pour it directly in place. Hit OK. All right, so that is structure 1, concrete, cast in place, 8 inches. Good. Hit OK again for that. Then we're going to go into walls again. And this one we could pick any one. Well, let's just do the generic 5-inch. Edit type. Duplicate. We're going to call this sill plate. Hit OK. And we're going to edit that here. We're going to change this to wood again. Typically, it would be a pressure-treated wood. So let's go to softwood lumber, appearance. And now that pressure treating, sometimes it's a little bit different in color. So let's go change it to here. I'm going to do like this like greenish color. And let's see, it's updating. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's give it a second here. That's going to be the green. It's going to overlay over this, or that pattern's going to overlay over it. Should be fine. I'm just going to hit OK. There we go. And this thickness, we can do a 2x6 sill plate. So 5.5 inches for the thickness. Hit OK. And then OK again. Now we're going to go back. So we're going to go to our foundation wall. Edit type. We're going to edit the structure. The variable height, we're going to change to foundation wall, concrete. And that's going to move down. Then for the top, we're going to do sill plate. Like that. All right, so there's our sill plate on top of a foundation wall. The problem is that it's too high. That's only going to be 1.5 inches, the sill plate. And we have to figure out, is it going to do offset? So we're going to do finish face exterior. So now this is the exterior of the wall. There's our sill plate. And that's it. Sill plate's sitting on that. Sample height, we're going to change this to 10 feet. It doesn't really matter. It's going to change anyway. Okay, disappeared for some reason. Okay, and hit OK. There it is. So you have it, sill plate sitting on top of our concrete wall. And hit OK there again. Now, what we're going to do is the base constraints crawl space. That's no problem. Base says no, top constraint. We're going to click and change this to up to the ground floor level. But remember, we have that 10-inch wood floor for the joist. So the top offset should be -10 inches. I'm going to hit apply. Okay, there we go. Now I can go in. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go and use my rectangle tool. You could actually pick lines, walls too. Location line. We're going to do finish face exterior. All right. And now we should, when we go into the 3D view, all right, there's our wood floor. And here we have the foundation. So let's take a look at this a little bit more. Let's inspect it. And what we notice is that this right here is actually our sill plate. So what we need to do, let's go rotate this so I can select multiple walls. All right, we're going to need to switch this around. So let's go back into that crawl space. And let's see. I'm gonna hide and view elements. So this is our stacked wall foundation, and we'll click this that way. Let's see if that changes what we want. No, that was not what we wanted. So let's hit the back button. All right, so now what we need to do, if that's not gonna work, we need to look at changing the offset of that wall. Click on a wall, edit type, edit the structure. That sill plate now we need to move over. So that also finish face exterior, let's change it to finish face interior. Notice it changes the side. Let's hit OK and OK again. And there we have it. Pressure treated lumber, the floor sitting on top, and that is our exterior, our foundation wall. So far so good with that. Now what we're gonna do is go to ground floor. We're gonna pour slab down on the floor. Ground floor. Oh, sorry, let's go to crawl space. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to floor, and we're gonna go look, generic 12-inch. Well, it's not what we want. So let's pour our concrete floor down there. Edit type, duplicate. We'll call it crawl space slab. Crawl space slab. Okay. Edit. We'll change this to 6 inches. I'm not sure exactly what the code is on this, but we're going to go with a 6-inch floor. And by category, change this to concrete. Cast in place. Use render appearance. Hit OK. There it is. Let's hit OK again. Okay. And now we don't need to extend it. We can extend it to the wall core for this. That's fine. Okay, so that should be our concrete floor. There we go. Now let's go to the 3D view. Now it's fine that it's like this, extending the core, because what we're going to do next is add the footing for this. So now we're going to structure, and we're going to do structural walls right here. We're going to edit the type of this bearing footing. Right, the width is going to be typically double of what our wall thickness is. So if it's 8, so it'll be 16 inches. Foundation thickness, 1 foot, I believe, is fine. Then we're going to go in and select our walls. And I need to rotate this a little bit. There we go. That is our foundation. The footings for that. And then we have the slab that's right there. And that should be good to go. I would definitely save it at this point. Now notice I'm not worried about doors or windows yet. We'll get there. Okay, so it's all saved. And so far we have pretty much this portion of the house framed, and we have the foundation. Let's add a roof on to get this all done. So architecture, we can go to our ground floor plan, and we're going to add a roof. So we go to roof, and I'm going to do a 1 foot overhang on all sides. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit more. Let's go 18 inches. I'm going to select my walls like this. Now remember, I have to figure out what sides I want to define as my slope. Well, definitely not the front, so I'm going to click this one here. Click off define slope. This one here. All right. So this is towards the exterior. Good. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Whoop. Looks like I did it on the ground floor. So let's just delete that roof. Let's go here. Roof. Sorry, I have to go to the top plate. There we go. So we went to the top plate, roof, 1'6". Click. That side's going to define the slope. This side is not. This side will define the slope. This side right here will not. So if I click the check mark and now go to the house, oh, it's not the slope I want. So let's go double check, click this. That defines the slope. Click, define slope. The front, I do not want to define the slope. And click that. There we go. So that's our roof. The pitch is the wrong pitch, so let's double click. Click this side. It is a 512 pitch. That's what Habitat for Humanity wants. So we got 512. Let's take a look. Let's see what it looks like now. There we go. A little bit better. We can also change a little bit of this roof, give it a render appearance. So let's click on that. So it's basic generic roof. I'm going to switch that to the wood rafter, 8-inch asphalt shingle insulated. Let's take a look at the edit type. All right, let's take a look at the asphalt shingle and use render appearance. I think a typical asphalt shingle. If we go to shingle, let's see what else they got. Yeah, so that's the only one that they have there. That's fine. We can change that later on. Let's just hit apply, okay, and okay again, and hit the check mark. There you go. So at least now it's got the pattern on it. And finally, we just need to extend these walls up into the roof. So click, attach top to base. That's one side. And let's do it to this side. Attach top to base. There we go. So right now, that is our house. No doors or windows, but at least it's got a roof, foundation with the crawl space and slab, and floor on the inside. I would definitely save it again at this point. Okay, so it's all saved. And that is it. Next time what we'll do is we'll do some doors, we'll do windows. Eventually we can change the colors of all this stuff, but at least now what we have is an actual pretty much framed house at this point. All right, have a good day. Bye.